The Herta is coming and she's around the corner, only a couple days away. And do you have the units on your account to make sure that she is knocking heads when she comes? What's going on, YouTube? Legend here once again. This time at you again with some more Honkai Star Rail. And as I said, the Herta is coming in a couple of days, and Forest is right up on us. We got a lot of content coming our way, and a lot of people are looking to get the Herta. She is a very popular character. She's going to be an emanator. She's going to be cracked. We've seen the early access, how hard she can hit, and how she wants erudition characters and all that. And we need to take a look at what kind of teams we're going to be able to make for her. Because to be quite honest, she actually is a quite flexible unit. And I think a lot of people are going to have what it takes to make her perform at a high level. So let's get into it here. So I'm going to use Jing Liu as a placeholder for the Herta. I mean, it makes sense to use, little Herta for the placeholder, but there's going to be teams that have both of them. So, Jing Liu will do the job here. And this right here is going to be the premier team for Herta when she comes out. I expect this team to see improvements as it goes on, because I'm sure we'll get a Harmony character that more suits her specifically, and maybe a sustain that'll suit her specifically. But right now, this is the best that we got when it comes to her team, because we got Jade, and as we've seen in her kit, she's somebody that really wants another erudition on the team. No matter what teams that you choose, another erudition is always going to be here. You definitely do not want to miss out on the buff that you get having another erudition team, because she's going to give 80% crit damage just by having another erudition on the team. And some of her passives are going to get higher buffs by having another erudition on the team. So that is something that you do not want to skip out on when you're making a team for her. And also the fact that she gets a lot of energy too by hitting enemies that have their interpretation stacks on her. So having units that are going to be hitting enemies, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Just something too that I do want to point out. Now, this isn't leaks now, because Hoyoverse showed us animations for Tribby. And Tribby's a Harmony unit, but I'm noticing that she has some moves that look like they're going to hit enemies. So maybe my little suspicion that Tribby might be for Herta might come to fruition. So keep an eye out for that too. But Jade is somebody who's going to do follow-up attacks. Doesn't matter if she's fast, doesn't matter if she's slow. She's going to be able to constantly hit enemies when it comes to her follow-up attacks, as long as enemies are still getting hit. You can have her attached to Herta or Linksha, whichever one you choose, whoever's going to be hitting the enemies more often, because the Herta and Linksha are going to be hitting all enemies. So either one is just fine when it comes to having Herta do the little cost of debt or whatever you call it. So she's going to be a fantastic unit right there. Robin is Robin, right? She is going to buff the best when it comes to, there is going to be a lot of attacks happening. There's going to be follow-up attacks happening on the team between Jade and Linksha. So that's going to help out Robin too, getting her energy back. And teams like that where Robin can actually do like her more niche job, which is to help out follow attacks and benefit from them, then you want to use that. So Robin is the best in slot, a Harmony unit when it comes to this right here for the time being. And then Linksha, I'd say she's neck and neck with Aventurine. I prefer Linksha because, one, Jade is constantly taking away your health, whoever has her skill on. So you're going to want to have that, and Linksha just does a better job with that. Aventurine is also a good pick, because he's also somebody that consistently attacks the enemies too. Either way, you can go with that. Aventurine, Linksha, whichever one you have. And I mean, obviously, if you don't have Linksha, then you just use whoever. You can use Huahua. I believe Huahua comes right under them. Those are some options you have right there. But this is a premium team, right? Not everybody has Jade. Actually, matter of fact, a lot of people do not have Jade. And I think that's going to be the main thing that people are going to be looking to try and replace when it comes to having Jade on the team. And so if you don't have Jade, that's no problem. Because as long as you have another erudition on the team, you are sitting pretty, right? Now, not just any erudition, because I'm not going to tell you to go and put Jing Won on the team and think it's going to be sweet. No, Jingwan is a hyper carry. You want to have him be the main damage dealer when he's on the team. Maybe not Rappa either because she's not a super break unit. I mean, I'm sure you can do some shenanigans and make the Herta a super break, but that's not her primary. That's not her primary use right there. She does way too good as a crit DPS. So, who do you use? Well, I'd say the most obvious one is Herta, right? Do the Herta duo, have her fight with her dolls, and that works perfectly fine. Because Herta with her follow-up attacks are going to be able to activate the Herta's passive, Big Herta's passive, and that's going to help out quite a bit right there. So, and all of us have the Herta. All of us have Little Herta. Her Little Herta is a free unit. We all have her. So, if you don't have Jade, go ahead and build her up. And you just have 2 ice damage deals on the team. So, any type of ice situations, you're good to go. And I think that's a perfect hit right there. I mean, people are also saying using Serval because Serval has ways where she can get her energy back quick and just constantly spam her ultimate where she's hitting all enemies. And that seems fine. And because her Serval is also another free unit too. But like, the way I look at it, why use Serval when you can use Herta? I mean, that's just my view on the whole thing there. But possibly Serval can be a little bit more SP positive or SP neutral at least, where Little Herta, you kind of want to spam her skill all the time. So I can see that. But Serval is an option that you can definitely use. If you have her 4-star Lycone, I believe. I don't think they still give that out for free. I think that was like a day one player type thing, but and outside of that, I believe it's the Gacha Lycone. But her Lycone does give energy right there from it gives energy at the beginning of the battle. So there's that. But yeah, you can do that to spam her ult. And then there's also Himiko, which is somebody you can also put on the team. And then instead of having Robin, you can switch Ron May on the team. Therefore, there's more weakness break going on and have that. Or you can have Fugue on the team too. But I'd say I'd prefer Ron May because I don't want to do super break the Herta. So there's that, right? So yeah, you can do that. And and Ron May works just fine too as your Harmony support instead of Robin. Just that Robin's just going to outperform. But Ron May does very well, almost as good as Robin's going to do. So if you don't have Robin, don't worry. Throw Ron May on the team and she's good to go. But if you have her paired up with Himiko, then Ron May is going to edge out. That's just what I kind of want to put out there. So a lot of when it comes to the Herta's teams, it's kind of just picking which Harmony unit, which Erudition unit you're going to put on her. So that's going to be really the decision making when it comes to that. But one thing I do want to mention though, when it comes to the Harmony unit, is Harmony units like Sparkle. Now the thing with Sparkle, now I am someone who rides with Sparkle as much as I can, but I do not like Sparkle with the Herta. I don't. Now, reason being is similar to why I don't like Sparkle with Jing Liu, is because characters that advance themselves forward, when they do that, they don't get the buff from Sparkle on that second turn, right? It always needs to go Sparkle, then DPS, Sparkle, then DPS, Sparkle, then DPS. If it doesn't follow that, if it goes Sparkle, then DPS, then DPS again, then Sparkle's buff is falling off. I don't like that. Puts a lot, it wastes a lot. And typically when it comes to the Herta, when she advances herself forward, that is her enhanced skill. And that is where the most of her damage is coming from. In this situation, Sparkle, I don't like using her as a Harmony unit. If that's all you have, you can make it work. But it is my least favorite, even less than Sunday. It's my least favorite pick when it comes to Harmony. Because Sunday can do it. His buff lasts enough for her to be able to take advantage of it when she advances herself forward. That's not a problem. The only problem with that is, with Sunday, is that you can run out of skill points, right? You can run out of skill points and he's not really doing anything for the second Erudition unit on the team. Because this is a dual DPS team. So that's the thing with Sunday. He is also a unit that I put above Sparkle, but I put below Ron May and Robin. And another unit I forgot to mention that I even put above Sunday is Remembrance MC. Remembrance MC is going to be somebody that's going to go very well with the Herta. She's going to advance, or he or she, whichever one you choose, is going to advance Herta forward, give true damage. It's going to be a very good pick for this team. So don't sleep on that. But the Harmony units, you kind of just want to pick Ron May or Robin. And if you don't have any limited Harmony units, then you might want to make some decisions. If you don't have any limited Harmony units, then you shouldn't be pulling on the Herta. You should be pulling on Robin. But you can do what you want, of course. And so if you don't want to take that path and you don't have that, I mean, you can use whatever Harmony unit that you do have, like Asta. You can try that. See if that works for you there. That's our Asta is our good old free Harmony unit that we started out with. So you can always do that. There's Ting Yun that you can use. Therefore, Herta can spam her ult a lot right there. So you can always use Ting Yun. But again, she's not going to do anything for the second Erudition unit. So there's that. You can use Pella, who can reduce everybody's defense down. I would actually use Pella over Asta. So there's that right there. If you don't have any limited, because granted, when it comes to these guys, I would rather use Sparkle than I'd use Pella or Ting Yun or anything like that, or Asta. But if you don't have that, then that's another option you have right there. If that's what you're really looking for when it comes to what teams you should be able to use when it comes to Herta, it's pretty simple. The bare bones is grab yourself an Erudition unit that's going to mesh well with her, whether that's Himiko, Herta, or Jade. Make sure you have your Harmony unit and have whatever sustain that can get the job done, but preferably Linksha or Venturine. And you're golden right there. So for those of you guys who are planning to get the Herta, I hope this guys helps you out. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what team you plan on using for when she does come. Definitely leave that down in the comments down below. Like the video if you like the content I'm giving. Of course, subscribe to the channel to get more content like this. Down to here, let you know.